Happy New Year, Israel. Today is day one, a month one, and it kicks off the spiritual new year. And in the scripture, there is a lot of significant events that happen on New Moon 1, like the raising up of the tabernacle in the wilderness in Exodus 40, Messiah turning the water into wine, and there's a number of events that happen all throughout the scripture on New Moon 1. But I want to highlight one that's really relevant for our day and age right now, and it has to do with the story of Eliyahu or Elijah on Mount Carmel. In 1 Kings chapter 17, we have Eliyahu going to Ahab and telling him that there will be no rain or dew, but by at his word. Now, in the scripture, rain and dew is tied into the word of Yah in the instructions. And when Israel would not keep the commandments, one of the curses was they would not receive rain and dew. And we see this in Deuteronomy 11, where he tells the children of Israel that the land that they're going to, the promised land, is not like the land of Egypt, but it requires really rain. And that's only going to come by Yah if they're obedient. So it's conditional based on their obedience. Well, Ahab, long story short, and Jezebel had turned the whole entire nation to worshiping basically the devil, all sorts of different things. And there was basically syncretism, where there's a blending and mixing. And here Eliyahu raises on the scene and basically says, if Yahuwah is Elohim, follow him. If Baal is, the Almighty, follow him. But quit hopping back and forth between two opinions. And basically there's a showdown on Mount Carmel. And he says the Elohim, the one who answers by fire, he is the true Elohim. And so this whole Mount Carmel event happens at this season of the year, when you understand that according to the book, I believe it's Luke 4 and also James 5, where it tells us that there was 3.5 years that there was no rain. And so when you understand that the civil year, which happens in the fall, that pertains to the earth, if you go around from Yom Teruah to Yom Teruah, Yom Teruah to Yom Teruah, Yom Teruah to Yom Teruah, that's 3, then a half brings you to New Moon 1, the kind of the spiritual new year. So this is a pivotal time, and really what Eliyahu was doing was redirecting. He was rebuilding the altar, the 12 stones, restoring proper worship to the one true Elohim, and cutting away all the false prophets. And that's really what's happening today. There's a distinction being made. People are turning back to Yah, his ways. If Yahuwah is Elohim, follow him. If Baal, follow him. But quit hopping back between two opinions. And that's what the day we're living in right now. I mean, there's many false prophets, teachers raising up, causing mixture. But we need to put our eyes on Yahuwah. And this New Moon 1 is very a divisive new beginning. And we need to return to true worship, the true Elohim, Yahuwah Almighty.